Hello and welcome to TVC News at 1. The Supreme Court has reaffirmed the election of Monday Okpebholo as a duly elected governor of Edo State. In a unanimous decision, the court dismissed the appeal filed by the People's Democratic Party, its governorship candidate in the 2024 Edo State governorship election, Ighodalo, for lack of merit. A 5-member panel of the Apex Court, led by Justice Lawal Garuba, held that the appellant failed to prove claims of overvoting and non-compliance with the Electoral Act. Justice Garuba, who prepared and read the lead judgment, also held that the appellant at the tribunal failed to call witnesses to speak to the issue of non-compliance and overvoting. Out of the 19 witnesses called by the petitioner at the tribunal, 5 were polling unit agents, but they never discussed the issue of non-compliance. Joining me on the news at 1 is a special advisor to Governor Okpebholo on media, Oshobugi Okwemoyi. Good to have you join us, Mr. Okwemoyi.
Thank you very much. Good to be with you.
Right, so this is victory for the governor. I want to start by getting his reaction. It seems to have scaled through all of the levels of the legal, what it requires, the legal requirements to affirm him as governor.
Of course, today was a beautiful day for democracy. It was a beautiful day for Edo people. It was a beautiful day for the judiciary. More than ever before, we saw the power of the judiciary to uphold what is right and to resist illegality. We insisted from day one, the governor insisted from day one, that his election was valid, his election was credible, and his election was the true reflection of the will of Edo people. And what the PDP and its candidate tried to do was to subvert that will. Today, the judiciary has established that, and Governor Monday Okpebholo is thankful, for our institutions that have lived up to their responsibility to protect the mandate the Edo people gave to him. We've insisted from the beginning that the PDP case was dead on arrival, and the Supreme Court effectively helped us give it the sad burial that it got today. So the governor is excited. He's happy for Edo people, and work continues now with less distraction.
There are those who believe that this perhaps is just a case of an inability to prove and not necessarily that the governor has been vindicated. How would they react to those who hold that belief?
You can't prove what doesn't exist. It's not about being able to prove or not being able to prove. There's nothing to prove. There was nothing to prove. Think about it. The organizer of the election, the body responsible for organizing the election, declared Governor Monday Okpebholo as winner of the election. The tribunal looked at the situations as presented by the petitioners and declared that Governor Monday Okpebholo was validly elected. The appeal court looked at the judgment of the tribunal and declared the same thing, that Governor Monday Okpebholo was validly elected. The Supreme Court today has done the same thing. So all the different players in that process have declared that this was a valid election. And what makes it more unique is that in all of the judicial processes, all the decisions were unanimous. The tribunal judgment was unanimous, the appeal court judgment was unanimous, and the Supreme Court judgment today was unanimous. No dissenting judgment. So I really don't know where the PDP and its candidate really want to go next, or on what basis they want to build on a claim that the election was not properly conducted. The Supreme Court established today that they didn't prove that there was any substantial irregularities with the electoral process. And like I said, it's because there was nothing to prove. People who were on ground in Edo State in the build-up to that election and during the election will tell you that there was just no way the PDP could have won that election for several reasons that time may not allow us going into. So it's not about them being able to prove or not being able to prove. It's about the fact that there was nothing to prove in the first place. You can't build something on nothing. So it's not about whether they were able to prove or not. Like I said, there was nothing to prove. They didn't have a case, and it was really unfair to have taken Edo people through this whole charade of litigation, because there was no need for it. You had no case. There was nothing to argue. You lost the elections fairly, squarely. And, it was just unfortunate that they had to go through this journey. But I'm happy that the Supreme Court today has put that matter to rest.
And people will say perhaps this was one of the most keenly contested elections in Edo State, and also came with some level of divisiveness. that those who still support the PDP candidate no matter what, and such people now need to be maybe assuaged, and they're not even politicians, they're just ordinary Edo residents. What is the governor going to do to ensure that he blurs those divisive lines?
In every electoral activity, you will have people who have different persuasions. That's the beauty of democracy. Everybody won't move in one direction. You have people who support a particular candidate and people who don't support a particular candidate. But Governor Monday Okpebholo's position has always been that when it's time for politics, when it's time for campaigns, we can all, take our partisan positions, campaign for our candidates, drive. But once elections have been concluded and a winner has been announced, if truly your purpose for seeking public office was to serve the people, if truly your intentions for service were noble, they were pure, once a winner has been announced and government begins, it is expected that you join the government in delivering on those ideals that you expect the people to enjoy and to benefit from. If you choose for whatever reason to play opposition, let it be constructive. If you truly have the people in mind, offer constructive criticisms. But at the end of the day, the people of Edo State must be the winners in every electoral or government-related activity. And that's always been Governor Monday Okpebholo's position. From the minute he was sworn in as governor, he always extended an olive branch to those on the other side to let them know elections are over. Let us give Edo people the kind of life they want. Let us give Edo people the state of their dreams. And in the last 7 months, he's been working so hard at doing that. And to be very honest, a lot of the people who during elections and campaign were on the other side have moved over to this side. The House of Assembly is almost completely APC now, and so many people. So we expect that with what happened today, the remaining people on that side will come over and join us in working for the good of Edo people, as Governor Monday Okpebholo has done in the last 7 months.
Thank you so much for your time. Special Advisor to Governor Okpebholo on Media, Oshoboge Huemoyi.